I've made it a year in game time. Well, a couple days past a year. Of course, a year in this game is a lot fewer than 365 days. But what I'd ended up doing was the big fertile spot over here. It had a ruin kind of here, and then some stone stuff, which is some of it's still here, some of it's been smoothed out, some of it's still rough. I had started with that and built my first walls with the scrap from the thing that was there, and then I expanded into more rock, and then once I started breaking down other things, I expanded, and then expanded again when I needed more storage space. This flooring is fairly recently done. I managed to make a masterwork, one of those. I also made a masterwork bowler, but with a different material, which I have already sold. I have made more kibble than I was expecting on a map that doesn't get predators. Mostly because of dead bodies falling out of the sky, a couple of at least one person, he died over here, came as two people that were in a caravan, got into a fight, guy died, he dropped his stuff that he was carrying, which I took. I had to strip his gear because you can't sell that shit, it'll sit there and rot. So that was colorful. Had that happen another time, but the guy lived. He was left behind. He was unconscious. He dropped his shit. I got to take his shit. I patched him up and sent him on his way. Improved relations with that group. I'd had some ambrosia grow, and I'd gotten just three. I bought 3. I found one as part of a quest haul. But a couple of things I've noticed about the skills. So these were both at 3 and went to 6. I got skill trainers for both of them. I've seen ones for construction and plants and didn't bother. This went from a 12 to a 16, so the boost this gets for experience must also be applied to the experience you get from that, because those, even then, the numbers don't make sense. Or maybe they do. I haven't actually looked at the experience tables and mathed it out, but that has to be applied to the experience you get from that, because otherwise it wouldn't have been that big a jump. The numbers never dropping means that I am now sure, I wasn't before, but I am now sure that no amount of trading you do ever gives you a single fucking social experience point. Social matters for how much money you get trading your trade value, but you don't actually get any skill doing it. Medical goes up in chunks after you're done patching wounds. And that's the one that I had found. That was the quest loot for a thing. Everything else is, it went up because I used it and because I'm not being profoundly penalized for existing. the numbers are just where they are. That had started at a 7. Other things had started lower. Construction, because all the breaking down is construction. All the removing of flooring, whether or not you're actually yielding materials, is construction. Building my own shit is construction. So that one's just had a lot of use. So even though it's at the much lower rate, that there is no need for the trainer there. And I'm cycling through a bunch of these. But yeah, I've had a number of really big things. I had rhinos 2 different times. Self-tame. And then most recently, an elephant. And then more dead or dying people falling from the sky than I anticipated. Like I said, I did not expect to be making as much kibble as I am on a map that doesn't get predators. I have also had to deal with the occasional maddened manhunter critter, including a boom rat, but thankfully I got it to explode over here, so it didn't damage me or anything else. But yeah, that's how I'm doing. I don't have anything going at the moment. I don't have enough to sell at the moment. Well, I have some stuff. I'm working through renewable materials. I should have started with renewable materials. I mean, technically I can get a lot more bricks because all of these, each one of those will turn into 20. So 5 for 2 small statues. Something else I had observed, not with this, but previously, because I actually, with the last game I sat and watched them happen, is that while it's considered crafting, stone cutting does not train the skill. It doesn't even stop it from degrading while you're using it. That was disappointing. I don't like those. Mostly because your character will auto-equip them if given half a chance, and I don't want them. I don't want them to do that. You will buy it and you have restocked, so I can sell it on the way back home. I have time. You. I could stop there on the way out, too, because you will go buy it. That way I can unload. Those. Yeah, that was a reward for something. Yeah, I think that was a reward for something, and not that it fell out of the sky. That fell out of the sky. I've already eaten some of it. Like chocolate, it gives you some nutrition, but also recreation, but you can eat more of it, so you can actually like fill up on it. But it has the same kind of effect. So I store it in the same way. Yeah, you go do that. Mostly I let it sit and watch this and keep track of it. Things keep grazing on my crops, but I never manage to catch them in the act, so I don't know who to fucking hunt down for it. So I am trying to keep an active eye out for that shit. Oh, you don't buy those? Really? That seems odd, but sure. Sure. Why not? There's already silver to eventually mine over here, and then a silver meteor. I'd also landed over there. But yeah, I have cleaned up all the deconstructible stuff and nothing else other than mining the stuff that was right here. I haven't done any of that yet. But yeah, the skills go up readily enough that I could remove the additional boosts from those two traits and still do fine. You won't equip it until you put it down at home and are left to your own devices for half a second. So, and I just happen to not remember when they're coming home and unloading their shit, and then, oh, whoops, you did it again. Now I have to draft you, move you to a storage spot, dump it, because you can't actually interact with it if you've marked it like that. So it needs to be in a spot where I can pick it up for sale. Because I can't store it once I've marked it non-interactable. I can pick it up to haul it to sell, but not actually move it on this map. I know maybe it's that you can smelt those down into steel. I think that's how that works. Where are you? You technically have more food than that. Your food plan just isn't accommodating it. It's fine. it's actually good, I'll put it out. But so other than the tusks, I don't have anything for sale yet. I don't have enough material to make anything again yet. Except for that, but no. Sure, why not? Yeah, so far I've only put the sterile tile in the place where the sterile matters. I've been doing a better job of keeping on top of the cleaning. And also the... Oh, that is one thing I hunted on purpose. The evil fucking bird. We haven't had one of you for a while. I killed the last one. On purpose. Evil fucking bird. Also, it had been picking off my shit. It had been hanging out right near the house. But also, just... Yeah, no, they're bad. Oh, I should actually see which way you're coming from. Over there. Great. Get yourself more space. Okay. And I set it to hunt so that it'll do the rest on its own. I will not abide. Homicidal bird. They're mostly rotted away now. Those I got stuck within the house, so had to be hauled out there, because, no, twice I've had this happen, but one died before I... No, they were nude when I found them, so it wasn't a problem. I rescued them, but they had basically enough time to survive to get put in the bed and we start to patch them up, and then no. So because that one died after I got them in the house. Tainted clothes had to be thrown out here. Oh, I forgot to plant cocoa. Working on that. Because if I don't happen to find a legendary gun, I'm gonna have to make myself a better one. I'm not gonna buy that shit. Oh, right. Cocoa. I mean, you can tell from the color, but I like to have that on me. Sure. There. Plant some chocolate trees. I did intentionally make this just narrow enough that it does not require structural support. I basically used that to measure out, okay, how far? Okay, that far. Oh, fuck. Forgot to have you eat that shit. You're gonna have to wait, or you will probably just wander away on your own. That's not ready to even be hauled early, and I would have to spend a lot of fucking time. It takes a lot more time to harvest than it does to grow shit. Like harvest it in the wild and collect it, then grow shit. Like I'm tempted to grow a few trees just so that I can essentially automate that process rather than having to go around. If you don't run away by the time I actually have the stuff to, oh no you don't. You are going to eat that. And then you are going to that. I mean, I could also just release it back into the wild. I did that with, actually, yeah, that one. There were two rams with it, I think. That one managed to get knocked up before I got around to dealing with them, so I just let her go. And the little one popped out, and then I have no idea what happened. I may kill you early if you try and eat my crops, though. Okay, you're grazing on grass. That's fine. Graze on the wild plants. You stay away from mine. It's not even saying I need a pen. Okay. Yeah, smithing, then machining. Now, I will need to deal with electricity if I'm actually gonna do that. I don't think it will let me have non-powered versions like it will with other things. There's also stuff I know I can't. What do you stuff I can't research without the powered version of that. Yes, continue to eat wild plants and not mine. Weird elephant. Sure. Oh, fuck. I mean, it has a long shelf life, but still. Okay. If I need to make two, God damn it. The bowler is the first thing I made, which is why it's more broken down. But duster first. These 4 are for making better, specifically out of Devil's Strand. And then the others are for making shit with whatever else is left. Except that. None of them rotted away. Oh. Before I forget again. Don't you dare. Only good, huh? No. Try again. That one's marble. I ran out. You shouldn't have done that. I am going to suspend that. No. Because I have some time and then the meat is fresh as soon as I do that, and that buys more time. Motherfucker, you shouldn't have eaten my double strand. You have like 160 hide, though. So I'll be able to do something else with you, too. Now, the best quality you can make, that's the same as what I've got. The best quality you can make without inspiration, either with art or crafting, is masterwork, and that's not super often, but with an inspiration you get a step up in the quality of item made, whatever the next thing you make is. So if it were going to be a masterwork, then it could be a legendary. That's the only way to get them, is be capable of making a masterwork item and happen to roll that, as unlikely as it is even with a maxed out skill, which is 20 and 19 with crafting. I just saw it go up. But even at 20, the odds are low. So I mean, technically I could make these and lug them off and sell them, because wood's a renewable resource. So that's easier with those, but I will be disappointed if I get another higher quality one and it's another fucking chicken statue. Like, there are ones I like less than the chicken statues, but I don't want a fucking chicken statue. You're still real bad at that. I mean, the odds of having that outcome persists for even higher skill levels than that. There's a nice table on the RimWorld wiki. Which also, you can see the percent chance when you've mastered a skill of actually, you know, having a desirable outcome. Now you even woke up on your own. Yeah, go ahead and do that. No. Okay. $484. This will not give me that much. Hey. You can't afford those. You can afford to take those off my hands. Sure. Sure. Why not? Got more of those to sell. More of that to use. Now I have 2 days after that point. Since I'm going to use all of you, then some. Yeah, these are the ones that are craft. See, general crafting includes stone cutting and smelting, and the low-skilled labor is, I'm guessing, why they don't give you any credit or even stop the skill bleed, but they're technically run by the same skill. But yeah, you get this gold or yellowy gold highlight on ones that you're real good at. It starts out darker and then gets lighter and brighter the better they get. And the numbers start out red and then go up from there. And then there's some things that this is the generic. This isn't run by a skill, so we're not going to say you're real bad at it because there's nothing to be good or bad at. Cool. Thanks. I like presents. You do that real stupidly. Thanks. You know what? Not that that will actually remove your head from your ass. You can only do so much about AI. I should have told you to eat the elephant meat. Make a dent in how much there is to do. I would have to change your diet plan, or actually keep tabs on you. Just tell you to eat the damn meat. I could probably tell you to stop, because I should get enough hay now when it's done. But then I won't have any leftovers. Guess I can let you finish this shit. Oh, there we go. How much do I actually get? No. 429. Sure. We can stop gathering agave. Cancel. Actually. Cancel. That's easier to do. Yeah. Because I bought myself 4.5 days. I can actually make that work. Fucking elephant. Hay is useful because you can grow so much of it at a time. Like, the hulls seem to be bigger, but also it stacks in bigger stacks, which is helpful. Takes up less space. It takes longer to grow, so I don't know if the numbers actually work out, but the stack size itself is the big sale there also. No matter what your meal plan is for your characters, they won't eat it accidentally because they can't eat it until it's turned into kibble. You are gonna have to get up and keep working on that. managed to use it all before it rotted. And I have a stack left. Okay. Yeah, I decide when I harvest it whether or not I'm gonna, or after harvest, whether or not I'm gonna need it to regrow again. You're not terrible. You're also not better, and I don't like the girl statues either. You know what? How heavy are you? 3 kilos. Yeah, that's fine. I can sell you fuckers. The ones that are normal or worse, though, I'm still gonna break down. Yeah, I don't have anything special. I don't have enough of, oh, well, right. Elephant. Do have elephant to work with. Not quite enough to make 2. Elephants, last thing I worked with here. You? Almost. Another goddamn chicken. Good for them. I know tribes will buy statues. They don't buy other kinds of. They don't buy tables and urns and stuff. Townships buy actual furniture. Along with the art. You made masterwork of another thing. 2 out of 3 of the masterwork things you've made have been something that isn't the material I want to wear. Actually, just plain cloth, the shit you can, cotton fiber you can grow without any real skill and start with, is better than basically all the leather. I actually did the side-by-side comparison of the materials, and for temperature insulation, cold and hot, cloth is better than most things. It was surprising, disappointing. But yeah, 22 and 27. Well, this number in particular is what matters because I get heat waves here. Yes, sure, leathers can be more defensive than fabrics, but defending me from getting hit isn't really the point. This number, especially here, but these 2 numbers in general when I'm making clothes, this is the thing I care about. This is masterwork, and it's worse than normal quality cloth, which is like 32. But this is what I'm actually wearing. No, maybe it's not 32, but... Oh. Right. This is the material devils. The third paragraph down. Material devil strand 36.0. That's the 32 I'm talking about for cloth. And 43, and then weird multiplier shit, but yeah, no, the base numbers for cloth are better than a lot of leathers, maybe all of them. Like, well, no, there's wools. Wools would be warmer. Leathers are more defensive, but they're not great thermally either way. Anyway. So yeah, yet another masterwork thing that isn't in a material worth wearing. Because it would be a downgrade. Oh, this I can actually do this side by side. Because you can see these are the numbers those multipliers are set against. So 36 and 43.2, and then various defensive values, flammability. That one also does matter. 36, 43.2. The only thing that's better for these, I think it's less defensive. It's a prettier color. You can actually buy it in those townships. I saw some for sale. I didn't bother, but I'm unsure. Yeah, no. You're really not worth lugging for that much money. That one you can be broken down and repurposed. Anyway, until I actually get a quest, I'm just gonna sit here and try and get better at art. And make better clothes. You're still not broken down. But, yeah. Because I don't have quests, and I don't have enough to bother with a trip to sell shit. This is still a part of the gameplay. This is just a less engaging for others part, I guess. It's also been mostly an hour already, so good enough.